Thanks, Travis. The drug epidemic in West Virginia doesn't just affect the addict. Sometimes there's another precious life that can be inadvertently forced to go through the trauma of withdrawal: newborn babies.
A special center in Huntington is getting national attention for its efforts in helping babies go through detox and restore the family as a whole. WVVA's Lindsay Oliver has details in tonight's special report. Lindsay?
Rick and Courtney, when babies go through withdrawal after being exposed to opioids during pregnancy, that's called neonatal abstinence syndrome, and the statistics are shocking. According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse, cases of NAS have increased fivefold from 2005 to 2012. Raleigh County with the highest rate in the state, with an estimated 25% of births. And the hospitals are becoming overwhelmed with babies needing longer stays and specialized care.
I'd sit there and just hold them and, cry, and it was just very heartbreaking.
Courtney Ferguson says Benson's first month in the world was one of the hardest in her life. When she found out she was pregnant, she was 3 months along and addicted to heroin. She says she immediately got into rehab and started Subutex, a prescription drug that prevents withdrawal symptoms. But unfortunately, Benson still had to go through the trauma of withdrawal.
During the withdrawal process, the babies will experience stomach cramping and pain, excessive sucking, tremors, excessive crying. They're hard to console.
Newborns exposed to opioids during pregnancy experience a rough transition into the world.
Sensory issues such as touch, light, sound, to those things.
Infants suffering from neonatal abstinence syndrome also require extended care, creating a big problem for medical centers.
The hospitals do everything they can to care for these babies. The hospitals are full. They need places like ours where we can focus on just the needs of those babies.
Lily's Place in Huntington is a year old and is receiving national attention for their model of care for the drug epidemic's tiniest victims.
From a month ago to how he is now, he's just normal, like he's never been through any of it.
But the images of Benson's suffering still haunt the recovering mom.
I do have regrets to put him through what he's been through. But at the time, it was the best choice I could make for him. Because if I would have just quit cold turkey, he probably wouldn't have made it.
These precious bundles aren't the only patients at Lily's Place.
The ultimate goal is to have the babies go home healthy, but also to have the whole family healthy.
That's where Angela Davis comes in. As the facility's social worker, she helps the family with anything they need, from housing, rehab, even food and clothes. Her biggest prescription? Support.
I just want to love them through it, and then you can get people so much farther than the judgment and the beating down and just treating them like they're less than.
I consider Lily's Place one of the first steps in breaking that cycle of generational addiction. The babies don't see it, they don't grow up in it, they're less likely to become addicts themselves.
Not every family can be saved. When babies are born with drugs in their system, Child Protective Services is automatically contacted. Sometimes the babies can be taken away.
It's sad, the broken homes and the sadness that ensues whenever a mother loses one of their children.
2 women that went through Lily's Place had their children taken. Davis says the moms then lost their battle with sobriety, overdosed, and died. She struggles to even talk about it, so Davis concentrates on the successes, like Courtney, and now a very healthy baby Benson.
Last year, this time I was strung out. Now it seems like everything's coming back together. I got a new addition to the family. I take my GED test next month, and I just went and signed papers for my apartment. It'd mean the world to me to actually bring him home.
West Virginia has passed legislation to make it easier for more facilities like Lily's Place to come into existence and to be covered by insurance companies. Congressman Evan Jenkins is also pushing through similar legislation on a national level. Staff at Lily's Place say while they hope one day their services won't be needed, they want to be a model for other facilities. Back to you.